Hey everyone, so we're going to start off at the head of our yoga mat with our feet hip distance apart, toes facing forwards. When you're ready, slowly lower down into a deep squat called chair pose or thunderbolt. You can either reach the arms up towards the sky or have the hands to prayer in towards the chest. Thighs nice and engaged, draw in through the navel, and your weight is pretty much into the heels here at this point with this pose, spine nice and long. So we're going to move here with the sit bones lifting up towards the sky, coming into forward fold. So torso kind of moving downwards towards the floor. Grab onto the backs of the legs, shoulders moving away from the ears as you kind of pull on the legs just to see if we can lower down a bit more. Inhale, lift up halfway and step back with your left leg, feet hip distance apart still, turning it into crescent lunge. Legs nice and strong, core still engaged and hugging through the rib cage with your tailbone moving towards your heel at the back. So I just want you to take your hands just above your shoulders here, so lessen the back bend so we can take it into a few reps. We're going to inhale, straighten out the front leg, and then on your exhale, bend through the front knee. So do this about 5 to 20 times depending on your personal preference, and make sure that your knee is still tracking your big toe as you do this. And you want to imagine that you're holding a beach ball in between the palms of the hands, so their fingers spread nice and wide and your shoulders move away from your ears. Keep your gaze, kind of soften the gaze though, but keep your gaze ahead here, and then slowly take your fingertips down. And I just want you to kind of feel your way into the legs, into the pelvis, because you're going to move into crescent again, but I just want you to feel your way slowly here into the back bend. Good. Slowly come all the way down with the fingertips, and then straighten out your front leg, coming into a variation of Parsvottanasana. This kind of opens up the belly of the hamstring really well. So as you forward fold down, I want you to just soften the elbows, still keep the shoulders away from the ears, and lengthen your torso down that right leg. Pull your right hip back subtly and the left hip forwards to ensure that the hips are still square all the way through this. Bend through the front leg, step forwards whenever you're ready. Come back down into Uttanasana, forward fold, maybe shaking the head here a little bit, maybe loosen off anything going on in the shoulders or in the neck. We're going to move over onto the other side to balance things out, making sure we always work on both sides of the body. So step back with the right leg this time. Again, feet hip distance apart. Make sure your knee is just above your ankle, and inhale, lifting up into crescent. Hugging through the rib cage, ensure that your core is still nice and strong as you're working here with the legs, and then hands just above the shoulders, working on your reps again, 5 to 20. Try to do the same that you did on the other side, of course, and work here all with your breath. So maybe inhale to lift up, exhale to bend, and just really focus on the hips, the shoulders facing forward here, moving the shoulders away from the ears. And we just want to make sure our form is nice and good, that the more reps we do, that we don't kind of get lazy when we're doing yoga at all. And nice strong feet as well, plant them down nice and strong here into your yoga mat. So take the fingertips down towards the floor, and then again we're just playing around with coming into a crescent lunge. Just again open up through the chest and slowly take the fingertips down towards the floor, straightening out the front leg. Push your way using your big toe, and on your exhale, forward fold, coming into Parsvottanasana. Lengthen the entire torso down over the front leg, left hip moving back slightly, right hip moving forwards just a touch here, making sure that the elbows are nice and soft. Really listen to how your hamstring and the back of the knee is doing on these ones. And then from here, step forwards, make sure that you plant the feet down evenly and come back down into Uttanasana. Make sure your shoulders are moving away from the ears and that your sit bones are just above the kind of inner arches of the feet. Drop the arms down, bend through the knees, roll all the way up to standing. Inhale, stretch the arms up towards the sky, hands to prayer, and you're back into Tadasana.